Right, so I haven't actually done anything on this MadMax custom. Oops. Obviously to you this is just going to be a jump cut, but yeah, to me it's been a few weeks since I've actually done anything on this. But I finally bought some acrylic paints, and I've also got my pigments, so I could even finish this tonight. Depends on how quick everything dries, obviously. I've still got some exhaust to make. But for starters, as I have damaged the car, a bit like it's been rear-ended from the side, I feel like another addition I should do is remove the rear wheel and replace the rear wheel to make it look like that it's been hit and then, you know, they've just shoved a new wheel on and continued on. So I got the wheels off of another MadMax custom that I'm currently making, so if you want to stay tuned to check that out when it's out, be sure to subscribe. But anyway, I think the best bet is just to cut this in half, glue it on. There. So the right side, yep, that's the damaged side, snip that. Oh god. That didn't snip according to plan. Not sure what's going on here. It's just making weird noise and not cutting. Oh. I've just taken the entire post out. Well done. God, that stuff's strong. Didn't realise. Right, I actually bought some super glue. I may have made a slight mistake. This is not a gel. This is a liquid super glue. So, yeah, I'm going to have to try and keep that from going onto the wheel. Otherwise the wheel won't turn, which actually happened to one of my recent customs. Not gonna lie. It's crazy how this like dries your fingers together in about 0.1 of a second, and this takes about 0.4 years to dry. So yeah, it's annoying. To be honest, I just can't wait to get onto the washing bit. Actually, you know what? Let's do it now. Let's create the wash as this little engine piece here. I want to make it look a bit, it's a bit too clean. I'm going to do it before I actually stick it on the car, so I don't get too much on the car itself. Let's cautiously move that over here. That has made the camera suddenly change in brightness. So I've got some acrylic paint. I'm actually going to add a little bit of brown into this just to give it a little bit more depth. I don't need a lot at all, do I? I shouldn't need a lot. I may put a little bit onto the body of the car, which I will. Oh, there it is. I might try and put a little bit on this, but I don't know if it was. I don't know how well it's going to stick to it, so we'll see about that. But it would be nice to make it look a bit more dirty, as I'm not painting this one at all. Cool, I can see these are going to be messy. So I'm going to mix this up, hopefully get a decent sort of really dark brown out of it. Hopefully. Oh, I'm just going to get a brown. I expected the black to be stronger than that, to be honest. Not to worry. Add a bit more. And then add some water, and hopefully I can actually make a wash out of this. So I'm going to add a little bit of water now, and then hopefully make a wash. Well, I personally think that's gone pretty well. Yeah, I don't even know if this is how you make a wash. I actually tried with spray paint before. Yeah, that didn't that didn't go too well. It kind of went through the water onto the bottom, but oh well. So this is my wash. Hopefully this is right. I've never done it before, so I'm just gonna, well, I guess apply it to this really. My wash doesn't seem to be washing as well as I thought my wash would wash. That's annoying. Maybe I put too much water in it. I probably put too much water in it, to be honest. Yeah, it's not done a lot, is it? Try and get some on the front. I feel like there's too much water in this for it to actually do the wash properly. Ooh, Oopsie. Oh, but we'll leave that for now. We'll let it dry, and if it does dry, I imagine a wash can take forever to dry. I've never thought about this. How long a wash would take to dry. I'm going to research how to make a wash quickly and check I've done it right. Right, so I think I've done this right. It's just, I kind of wish I did stick this on the car first, because now I'm just going to struggle. I want to wipe off so it doesn't look like... I want to wipe it off so it only goes in the crevices, but yeah, it's kind of not worked. It's alright. Not as dark as I'd hope it to be, so maybe I'll have to do a few coats. Which is kind of annoying because this is going to take forever to dry. Hopefully this is dry now. Well, we have 2 rolling wheels, which is good. They are not 100% straight, but I think that'll do, to be fair. It all fits back on, which is good. Yeah, so we got a different wheel on there now. So this is where I'm at so far. I've done a wash on the car, as you can probably see. It's I don't know, it's alright. It does look a bit patchy. I may have done the wash a little bit too runny, I'm not sure. It was kind of hard to put it on there. This is probably the 4th coat. I think it's enough now, I'm going to let it dry. It's sat kind of well in the creases, but obviously, yeah, that's kind of, you know, it works. I'm not too happy on the engine though. That's not particularly great, so I'm probably just going to go over this with some black acrylic or mixed acrylic, just and then rub it off so it really is done well. But I think I'm going to stick it in and glue it in before I do that, just so it's easier to move it around. It's just too small and fiddly otherwise. Let's do it now. Don't think there's anything wrong with doing it now. Hopefully. We'll probably find out the hard way if there's anything wrong with doing it now. Sure, that's enough. Press that in there good. Looks pretty good. I think I go a bit too mad with the super glue, but you know, can't have too much, I suppose. Yeah, looks pretty good, that. Hopefully I'm still in focus. Right, it's amazing how bad the colour quality is with this board in the way. So yeah, but I want to keep it here, as in a second I'm hopefully going to be painting the rust effect on. Well, there they are. There's the pigments. Oh. So I bought these rust pigments off the internet, as you do. Yeah, so you've got some old rust, brown iron oxide, rust, and new rust. So all sorts of different rust pigments. I think we're gonna let's do old rust and a little bit of new rust. Maybe that'll be a good combo. I'm not sure. I have never done this before. This is all new. I've only seen a few little videos and I haven't really done that much research. So I think I need to put a little bit in here, then add a little bit of water to it. I'm going to add very minimal amount of water due to how well this bit went. So, yeah. I think I'll just get a little pot of water and I'll dab it in with a paintbrush or something. I've never done this. I'm actually kind of scared. Right, so let's get a little bit of that. That's probably too much, but we'll roll with it. Oh god. No idea how much water to add, so this is not a convenient way of adding water. Neither is this. No, I haven't added enough. Now I've added too much, I bet. Oh dear. That does look like too much. Because I don't want to use all these up too quickly because these are quite expensive, to be honest. Let's add a little bit more. Because I don't, if it's too runny, it's just not going to go on very well, is it? Right. Let's just start by kind of going. Actually, it's kind of sticking. Not great, but kind of sticking. What I kind of want to do is sort of do down. Oh god, it's going everywhere. I want to do downward strokes like this, like it's streaked, like it got wet and sort of ran down. That's a lot of rust. Looks quite cool though, actually. Right, let's do the other side. I want quite a bit down the bottom. This probably isn't the best way of doing this, the way I'm holding it, but yeah. So, I think what I'll do is I'll let that dry. Right, so, there's been another jump cut, as you can probably tell, because this is now suddenly dry. I was playing around with this for ages last night, and yeah, I'm not really that. Hang on, I'll zoom in a bit. I'm not really that happy with it. It kind of does look like I just rubbed some brown paint on it, and yeah. So I wasn't really sure how to go about this because I want to leave the flames kind of showing, but not vibrant like they've just been painted or anything. But I think what I'm going to do is put some of this light rust, new rust, with a small paintbrush around the flames, and then put the darker rust after that, so it looks like, you know, it's rusted up to the flames, and then there's that new rust where it's slowly, you know. I basically had a look at some pictures of rusted cars, and I came to that conclusion that'd be the best idea. So I'm pretty sure that can actually be reused, hopefully, but we'll put a little bit more. We'll put a tiny bit of pigment in there, puts in a load. This water is somewhat clean, I suppose. Nice one. It's not mixing. Might be because I got a paintbrush is a bit too small. What's going on? Hang on. Whoa! Flicking all over the place now. This is also wet, so add a bit more water to it, but you know. I'm making a fair old mess with this. Try staying shot here. I think also using a smaller paintbrush will just give better accuracy as well. Almost looks the same colour. Maybe we should just clean all the other rust off first. I don't know. I'm really not. This is all really new to me, so I don't know. Hopefully that dries lighter. It does look the same colour at the moment. Let's do the other side. Yeah, I might. There you go. Make it a little bit fresher first. Make sure I'm still in shot. Once this is dry, I'll get one of the small brushes to brush it off dry, lighten it up a bit so the flames are a little bit more visible, and then I'll do, in the corners and stuff, I'll do really dark pigment to make it look like heavy rust. Do a lot on the engine bay, and then put some black paint on the engine and sort of wipe it off my finger. I think that'd be a better way of making the wash didn't go very well. It's not completely chrome, but yeah, it could be better. I want it to be really dirty. And then I've got to do something about the roof. I'm not sure what to do about that. Maybe I should have a look at some pictures of rust on the roofs of cars, just to get a good idea.